So, MacGyver, what made you put this list together?
I got shit on by it yesterday. So I wanted to play it.
Yeah, it's a very good deck. Like, a very, very good deck.
Yeah, it seems like a really strong list.
Yeah, those Blood Moon should have just been Force Vigor straight up. I was
definitely
memeing.
the strongest goal.
I select Blood Moon way too much. My
Rakdos
problem.
list I've seen like going around so far. But yeah, but we see David, you're still in your same teamer waterfall strategy over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many weeks have you been working on that?
0 because I net decked. And that,
Dude, I also
for all of you people out there, I worked on Teamer a lot, and unfortunately the internet sold it faster than me. So I presume you should also do that. I did do some tweaks on a lot of my lists. This one I didn't because I thought it was just great. Because I want to play Blood Moon with this strategy. And a Japanese gentleman also agreed with me. So it made it super easy to be like, okay, well, he's because I didn't like the original Teamer list they were playing Leyline of the Void. Because it's like you're really trying to like mulligan down to just even.
You don't need to play Leyline of the Void if everyone else is playing Dothy Voidwalker. Stay fucking woke.
That's true too.
Stay woke and then playing cards at instant speed over here.
Yeah, because people are playing Dothy, you don't need to play Leyline of the Void because no one's gonna play a graveyard strategy. There's no fucking point.
Yeah.
So, well, Leyline of the Void is specifically for like the black-red types, so like current Crocs and stuff.
Sure.
And also it turns off all Darcy's into 1/1s. So it's pretty nice.
You know what else turns Darcy into a 1/1? A fucking 4/4 Rhino.
That's
that turn
true.
felt so fucking bad, but it was the correct play. It just felt so fucking bad.
Yeah, no, I was watching. I was like, "There's no way I counter this," but like, I'm gonna make you like kill all my guys. I'm like, I have more at some point.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
it felt real fucking bad having to do that, but I was like, this is correct. It just doesn't feel right.
It feels so bad to do.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Well, so yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have said it in Blood Moon, but I just love that card too much. I bought really, really pretty versions, like I do of all my cards, but I really specifically love Blood Moon.
To be fair, if I'm a greedy piece of shit, that's probably like pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people just lock themselves out by never grabbing their second basic.
Yeah, I never played a Blood Moon.
Yeah, basically the plan was play Blood Moon, get caught once, then go back to better strategy.
That card exists in Force of Will, so I've had to play around it for like years, so I'm not going to.
It's a great card. Just
dude, they have fucking price of progress in Force of Will. It's called Split Heaven and Earth. It's fucking awful.
and it sounds like it. Well, I mean, they have that. They have that in Legacy too.
Yeah, it's because every duel in Force of Will is an OG duel.
Yeah, that's because they're smart.
Yeah, they're like, you get perfect mana always. Your mana's in a separate deck, and it's going to be perfect. But because of that, we're going to kind of fuck you in the ass in this card.
Anyways, back to Magic.
Dude, it is Magic. It's Magic Light.
It actually pretty much is, yeah. But anyway, kind of.
It is Magic-like, but it also is...
When Intricate Gaming's in the finals.
Anyway, what are you guys going to be playing? Think you're going to be playing the same decks for next week?
I have no fucking idea.
I've been trying to get Miracles to work. I don't think it will. The format's just too aggressive. Ragavan's too good.
Yeah, Ragavan is definitely the highest performing card in all of Modern right now. He's a busy little monkey. Like, what's he?
That's a
like,
lie. It's Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is the best card in Modern right now.
Basically, it's like
By the
Darcy and
numbers.
Ragavan, toss a coin, which between the two, those are the two best cards in Modern Horizons 2. We've been proving this, and then everything else is like they're good, but they're not the same level.
Urza Saga.
Urza Saga is still like...
That card's incredibly powerful, but because the two one-drop red idiots exist, it is being overshadowed.
Yeah, like...
It's going to dodge the ban list because of these two one-drop idiots.
Sadly, but true.
And I mean, I don't see sadly. Like, I see that Urza's Saga is
that card's fucking toxic. Do you remember the week I played Food?
Yeah.
That card's fucking toxic.
Oh, you're playing your creature strategy? I'm gonna eat your creature strategy.
Dude, more people should be playing Food.
I think
that card's really good in the red mirror.
I think the problem with Food inherently is that like there's a lot of hate that like from like the red black. Dothy Voidwalker just sort of like dicks that version down, the one that you're playing control, and then like the Urza one's good.
I think you just play the blue version.
Yeah, the Urza one's good. It's a lot of like you need all your cards, and if you can get your shit, just discard to hell.
I think you just play the fucking blue-black version, so that way you can tell cards like Dothy to fuck off, and Sanctifier doesn't just immediately fucking kill you.
Probably. I mean, I don't know if you still can beat the Murktide region though, because it's so fast. Because like you play a Darcy, they play a Darcy, and they can fill up the yard. One
The
Thought
best thing you
Scout-
have for you is your Urza Saga gets Shadow Spear, and you make your Karnstruck go fucking
Yeah, I mean
every fucking turn.
true.
That's the best case scenario. Outside of that, yeah. I mean, but your deck can't beat everything. But,
Of course not.
But there's enough red that I think people should be playing food because it beats red.
It's true.
Or Heliod, which also beats red.
If that's the only answer to red, then that's going to be that there's only 2 decks in the format.
I mean, we're converging
No,
there
there's
very quickly.
answers.
We're converging to like a
Red,
very-
black, red, blue format.
Yeah, red, blue, red, black format with
Titan.
With Titan, yeah. So we're on the trajectory, but I think the Titan deck also just has a problem because of the fact that
Unholy Heat.
because
Fucking
of
kills it.
Unholy Heat plus black red. It's like I'll look at Inquisition you, Thoughtseize you. Just make sure you never can get anything.
Yeah, and your hand on average is like 5 lands, 1 playable card.
Yeah, and as it turns out, stuff like Wear Tear, and or just like other incidental things that destroy artifacts, like
People
Force
are
of
playing
Vigor,
Blood Moon and Alpine Moon.
and I'm playing Blood Moon. Other people playing Alpine Moon. It just sort of like really ruins the flow.
It does. It does indeed.
Unfortunately, we only had 2 XOs today, so we had to play each other.
It is what it is.
It is
At least we did better than yesterday. Yesterday sucked.
fucking hell.
We did not do very well yesterday.
Yesterday was pretty bad.
How did you do yesterday?
I went 1-2, he went 1-1-1.
I went the 1-1 because I sat across from my Jessica Stoneblade opponent, and as soon as I identified what he was playing, I was like, "Hey man, we have to play fast, or else we are going to draw." And he played super slow game 1. He won game 1. Game 2, I just trashed him, and then game 3, I had both the fairies out, Hero Dominaria, Fun Raveler, plus a Jace at 9, and I needed 2 more turns, and he was dead.
And then, yeah.
Then when we drew, because again,
That
he
guy
was
went on
slow.
to win to go 1-0-2 for the
Yeah.
whole evening.
Yeah, because he drew so many times because it's like, look, dude, like I get that you're trying to think about what you're doing, but you have to like speed up
It
your
would
play.
perform very well here because
He-
there's no round time.
Yeah, without a round tower, he'd be fine. But like, no, I played Miracles a lot in Legacy and with the Sensei Divine Top, so I was like super fast. All my turns were like pretty much me going, go, and then I would go. Is there anything else for your turn?
It's like not
Is there
that
anything
hard.
else
If
for
you
your
look at your
turn?
hand, you have an answer or you don't. You just fucking move on.
I mean, the meta here is very, very fast, especially because everyone here plays mostly top tier decks.
Humans and
I almost played humans too.
humans not bad either.
Lots
Taxes.
of red in the shop. But then when you go to other stores, they're playing. Do you see like control strategies, or do you see?
I'm the only person representing control at any store I go to. I'm the only
so
person who does it.
I play control sometimes.
Very rarely. It's like Stoneblade variants, which is mid-range.
No, I was playing regular control previously. I played taxes and I played Esper.
Sorry,
No blades.
host MH2.
Oh yeah, fuck no. Control sucks dick right now. I'm not playing that shit.
Yeah. Like, they gave us Counterspell, and they were like, okay, well, we have to make sure there's some good other spells. So that way,
Stoneblade is the closest thing to control I'm willing to play right now.
which is mid-range, and it's definitely not control. It's got controlling elements. It's more closer to a done deck than it is a pure
Humans is the
Drago.
best control deck in the format right now. Don't at me.
It's pretty much true. When you can Meddling Mage and go, alright, Dragon's Rage Channeler, Unholy Heat, or whatever the heck you want to name, or whatever it is, Mishra's Ball, like,
You can main deck Ariok champion.
that too.
Yeah.
Just doesn't die.
Doesn't die to anything in the format.
And it blocks. It blocks Darcy.
Meddling Mage. Mercantile Region. Pass.
Have a great day.
Yeah, and now it has that vector or that sanctum.
Yeah, Sanctifier and
yeah.
And then fucking Sanctum Prelate. 0. Alright, Cascade. Fuck off.
Yeah. The only thing I would say about
Humans is really well positioned.
Sanctifier and Vec is sadly, I just don't think it's as good as Oriok Champion overall. Like, it's really
It's
good
different.
if you get it at the late game and they've got a yard and they haven't done anything with it. You can just yeet their
It's
entire yard.
that card is better against other against food. Sanctifier is just a strictly better card than Oriok.
It's true. But overall, I think in the format where your main thing is to try and block, outside of obviously DRCs that are
Since
flying.
neither of them can block Darcy anyway, I don't think it really matters that much.
I mean, they technically can until you get Delirium. I guess Sanctifier and Vec is technically better because it can remove other, but
Stops Delirium.
stops on the black red, yeah.
Makes Luris slightly worse, even though they're usually just getting a bobble anyway.
Boom. Bibble.
Dude, I have not played that many baubles today. Like, I've played it a couple times. But...
Overall, I just want them to unban stuff. That's all I want.
What do you want them to unban, dude?
Yeah, where do you want them unbanned?
He wants
Well, obviously that's something I would like. Mystical Sanctuary would be nice because it would actually put the format back.
all
to
of the cards that just got banned.
So Mystic Sanctuary, now where Cryptic Command is almost a non-playable card, is not bad. But also Jite, I don't really think it's that bad.
That card, as long as Cauldron exists, people are going to play Cauldron, Batterskull, and whichever sword is the best.
Preordained, we might as well just do that for Storm now at this point. I'd have to look at a few other things.
Dude, Mox Opal, fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
Mox Opal will just make Urza tier 0.
That's fine.
Crocline Ironworks probably because it doesn't actually do anything now that they've banned Mox Opal. But it's probably still too insane.
Crocline would still be very, very strong without the Opal.
Everyone was probably raging and being like, but Splinter Twin, I want to play my blue-red Splinter Twin deck. It's not blue-red.
It's 4-color.
It's 4-color. It's now, all that would turn into is we play a Rogran Triumph, we play a Ketria Triumph, and we play Veil Summer, and we play 3 Fairy. Have a great day. So but we have to play all these specific cards to win. Whatever, we have an Imperial Recruiter for that. Next. So there's a few cards, I'm sure.
But they added it to the list, dude. It has to come back.
It does have to. Has to come back.
Has to.
But overall, I think there's a few cards that are on that list that you could definitely take off. They're just like, why is this tier? Like,
what I would like to see them do, since Wizards has apparently decided we're still in COVID times, just unban everything for a couple months. Let's just fucking see what happens.
Dude, I you know what? Now that we're taking this seriously, there's another card I know I'm missing that I would definitely do.
I would definitely love to see Twin unbanned.
I think it's a very... See, the problem I have with unbanning Twin is, as a blue player, is that not even my side of the table. Just imagine playing like, hey, I want to play like my green-white deck. Oh, well, have a great day, sir. Now you're playing your green-white deck into end of turn, tap down your Temple Garden, okay? Kill you. Have a great day. Oh yeah, that did happen. Oh.
I think the existence of Solitude helps a little bit, but not enough.
Not enough, no. So, off of this, the cards that would be absolutely busted is probably Birthing Pod. Bridge from Below is like...
That can come back.
That can come back.
Yeah,
we already have one. It's called Dothy.
Dark Depths is actually an interesting one. That one might actually... I mean, it would be insane. I'm not saying it's great, but that might be fine-ish.
I can't believe they printed Hogak last time and didn't learn their lesson and reprinted Hogak on Mercury.
Field of the Dead, no. The Ataxian Probe, no. Glimpse of Nature, no. Grave Troll should probably come back to throw Dredgerbone in general. Greenstone Zenith would be extremely powerful, but it would still probably be fine.
The worst thing is
Hogak can't. Hypergenesis, no.
I mean, what about Ponder? That's really strong, but I don't think that would break any decks.
Storm.
So the problem with Ponder is not like. I'm very pro like giving us great cantrips. Don't get me wrong. I think
you have to remember we're about to get a free 4/3 that casts one anything.
Yeah. So
that's true. Yeah.
So the Demi Lich is a problem, but let's just in a vacuum itself, like Ponder and Pyridine are fine if you are in a format where like you're going for consistency, which is why I think Wizards should be doing, because they should just realize that the majority of what makes good Magic games is actually consistency. Most people are not playing random dot deck. They're playing this deck does this one thing.
Yeah. But then it's just like, how many people do you want to play blue?
I mean,
which is what I think they're actually trying to curb is slow games.
Oh yeah. Also, Punishing Fire. That was the card that I was like.
What does that do?
That is a 2 mana, deals 2 damage to any target. And if your opponent gains life, you can return it from your graveyard to your hand. It's 2 mana. It's good. It recurs, and everyone says, "But what about creature decks?" Nobody gives a fuck. Creature decks. You're dealing with things that are 3/3s.
The art's too slow.
And 6/6s.
And it doesn't deal 3 damage. It's probably fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can it hit face?
Of course, it can.
It can hit face.
Yeah,
that's the actual issue with the card, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't think it's so insane that.
Is there a way to make your opponent gain 1 life infinitely?
Of course, the Rogue of Blowing Limits.
That's okay.
So they gain 1.
And then you hit him for 2.
Then you hit him for 2.
But we already have infinites that exist. So.
And like I think punching fire definitely you could not.
It's also just slow.
I've been trying for that card to be unbanned for a long time.
You could have said a long time ago that this is way too powerful because it's 2 damage. It can
Just like GTA, the card's too slow, doesn't do anything anymore.
Nowadays,
you have fucking Cauldron.
Yeah, nowadays we have Cauldron. Yeah, just yeet.
You got Daffy, same thing back.
Yeah.
Exiles it.
Yeah, there's a million ways. Yeah, well, that's not including Tormod's Crit, Soul Guide Lantern, all the other things if you really wanted to cut off their graveyard, Leyline of the Void. There's a million ways. Yeah, Sage and Ryan Beck, again.
Rip.
People on Reddit just...
People say that a lot of cards would be insane. Like, I remember when they were saying Jace would break, and Jace and Stormforge would break the format.
Okay.
And they haven't.
To be fair, if you give something enough time, it can.
Of course.
You gave Stoneforge enough time, and it was almost a problem.
But
And then people were like, wait a minute. Murktide region
is way
and
better.
Kroxa. Hold up.
These are way better.
These are way better on 2 than fucking Stoneforge.
So if Uro wasn't banned, you'd probably see a teamer strategy that was not playing...
Cascade would be
without
maybe
playing
too strong.
No. Cascade wouldn't play the card. But they'd probably play 2 of at most. But it's really hard to start fitting those in.
You just take out expensive cards.
Yeah, you probably just cut the Cryptics and play that at that point. But you probably see a teamer list that was actually playing like the other cards from MH2, not just Cascade, like Abundant Harvest and a bunch of these other cards to just sort of like make sure you always get a land, make sure you always hit your drops. Probably be seeing it playing.
It's honestly probably fine because Renin 6 is unplayable right now because there's 2-inch removal.
Well, Ren 6's problem is Unholy Heat is
Yeah.
just a fucking brick shithouse.
Well, everyone's playing Bolt, Heat, fucking Dash Monkey, Darcy. He just dies to too much shit right now.
And if you're saying to me, well, what about Darcy though? Darcy can obviously play with Uro, of course it can, but then you cannot play with Laredo. So you don't get Luris if you do that. Additionally, like he does.
Luris is just icing on the cake, though. All he does is let you refill your hand.
Yeah, all he does is just like play everything outside your graveyard.
Did you? Okay, so how bad would it be if Luris didn't have Bobble? And the answer is not that fucking bad.
Well, yeah, and I don't think Bobble necessarily.
I think Bobble and Manamorphose and Mutagen, everything that costs 0 should just fucking go away.
Well, my goal is to push this format, and they like I would say the Modern of today is probably stronger in a lot of ways than the Legacy of like 6 years ago easily, maybe even 5 years ago. Like there's a lot of things that make it extremely powerful. Obviously, Reanimator just wins. Obviously, Reanimator just wins with Gristleband. We're not taking everything away from Legacy.
Dude, we can play that right now.
But the average like Maverick deck or like semi like fair deck strategy would just die.
As proven in this format, because Griefblade is fucking unplayable and Blue is fucking unplayable.
And Blue Red Delver would probably do really well with Daze and Wasteland, but then we just play fetch lands against it, which is the usual thing. And you could probably still play like Ragavan and just eat that guy's lunch anyway.
The actual reason why we won't get Wasteland is because Renin 6 is a card.
That's true. But my whole point is, as like if you look at Legacy now, all the cards that are affecting it are all cards that were printed in MH2. Like Dragon Rage Challenger is just blowing that format up. Like Urza Saga is blowing that format up. And the thing is like as we push all these sets out for Modern, eventually Modern will get closer to Legacy. The only difference being obviously reserveless cards, but mostly the power level of those cards.
Yeah, our lands just aren't going to be fucking $3,000.
Sorry.
We're not going to get
those answers is what I mean. So like Force of Will, shit like that.
We might get Force of Will.
We should get Force of Will and we should get Swords to Plowshares. We should literally just push it there.
I think they've already proven they will not give you Swords to Plowshares.
No,
they gave you the closest thing you're going to get.
Yeah,
I doubt
they
it.
gave us Solitude. Like, what else can we ask
I don't know.
about?
I do think that
They wanted to have a restriction of revoke or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. I think it's
The problem with those
fine.
cards is mythic. It's going to be like Renin 6, $100 in a couple years.
Maybe.
If only I already had my set.
Yeah, I need to buy foils of those. And with that,
No, you just need to get OGs. Don't be a bitch.
actually what?
Swords.
Before we call it quits.
Oh no, I already have Swords to Plowshares and OG and Ice Age.
You do
All
not
right,
have
before we
one.
call it quits, there's a new set coming up. Forgotten Realms.
Okay.
4 cards are getting banned.
4 cards. All right. So I guess I should probably. I was gonna ask.
Only one card's
What
getting
cards
banned.
what cards are we looking forward to? But MacGyver already says 4 cards are getting banned
In standard.
in standard.
Oh, in standard?
Yeah, in
Okay.
standard. 4 cards are gonna get banned.
Oh, I don't give a shit about
In
standard.
modern, 1.
One Demi-Lich is
The
probably your
4/3. The 0 drop that lets you play Grape Shot for a second time for no fucking reason.
I would say actually that card
Also slides right into Blitz.
it might go in there, but I think it's going to be really nice to have. I think you'll see what Aspiring Spike did, which is you get your Arclight Phoenixes, you get your Demi-Liches, you get your Darcys, and you just go to town with this.
Blitz.
It's not
Kind of.
It's not.
It's
not
new
really-
Blitz.
It's not really prowess, but it is.
It's recursion.
That's what you'll see. Portable Hole is kind of niche. A lot of people are.
It'll see a little bit of
Let's
Blitz.
see a little bit of play.
Any deck that's playing Urza Saga would be ignorant to not run it.
There is a 2 for a 5/3 Goblin Warlock.
Eh.
Yeah,
That-
I like that card personally.
That card might be decent for goblins, but
One of the class cards is playable. The white one.
Cleric class?
Is that the mono white one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It taxes them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's playable. It'll get tested for sure. Taxes will play it. The big monster thing is gonna see play. It's like a 6-drop, I think.
Yeah.
Any reanimator strategies will play it as a one.
Yeah, the pay 3 black, draw 7 cards. Yeah, the knockoff Grizzlebrand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that card will see play in reanimator because I don't think it's legendary.
All the hopeful control players will attempt to jam
The giant land.
The giant land. A lot of them will, including myself. It'll
The
probably
white
not
one
be
and
good
the blue
enough.
one are both good.
And it is legendary.
It is legendary.
It is legendary.
So it's not, maybe it won't see any play then. Never mind.
Just kidding.
The pseudo board wipe card will see a little bit of play. It's an artifact or an enchantment, whatever. It stays in board for like a turn,
Oh yeah, the
and then on your next upkeep it fucking blows board.
yeah, it's kind of like a little bit better of an engineered explosives if you're playing against a really lean format, but
It's better against Affinity because it hits 0s and 1s at the same time.
yeah.
But I think on average it's probably just pretty bad because it's also really slow.
Outside of that, I think the set's very fair.
It does seem like a very fair, fun set, and I can't wait to. Personally, since I don't get to play modern, and I'm for damn sure I'm not going to play standard.
But why?
Well, for a ton of reasons. And let's not get into those because fuck standard.
Dude, we could all play Pioneer.
Pioneer wouldn't be a bad option.
Yes, it
does
would be.
seem fun.
I was just joking. Please don't suggest that to anybody.
Pioneer, too many bands. Continue.
I mean that too. But
Pioneer would be cool with no bands. Maybe a couple bands.
A couple bands. Yeah.
I mean, anyways. But yeah, from a commander standpoint, like there's a ton of fun cards that are coming out for commander that I can't wait to play. And then honestly, I'm just ready to pre-release next weekend. Pre-release like a pro.
I agree. I think if you're a commander player, every set's a holiday because you're always going to get some janky 6-drop that does insane shit because that you can soul ring into.
Well, let's all right. Well, first off, I would love to point out that that's true in most cases, but with this store, it's really competitive. Like we don't get to see, like most of our decks, like even like our casual quote unquote, are like what more people would consider like really high powered, almost CEDH.
Yeah. And that's why that format kind of sucks. It's like, what ends up happening in every single shop that happens is it's the nuclear arms race to the most insane commander deck, and then everybody's eventually just playing Demonic Consultation, Thassa's Oracle because reasons. And that's honestly the problem with Commander as a whole is the definition of CEDH is so loose that somebody say, oh, this isn't CEDH, and then they're killing you turn 4. They're like, well, it's not turn 3.
We didn't even talk about the craziest card, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. The
Oh.
actual best card in the set.
Okay. For those people who
That
want
card is getting banned in fucking standard for sure.
So Tasha's Hideous Laughter is going to be really, really good against non-Murktide Regent lists of prowess and blitz.
It's even fine against Murktide Region. He eats 7, sure, and then you go fucking 1-0-1-1-0-0.
I think you're going to see a resurgence of Mill that's going to play either less Mesmeric Orbs or less traps, one of the two. That's going to be able to at least mill you for like 14 or whatever on turn 1 or 2. And then what's going to end up happening is your turn 3 is going to be exiling the rest of your library, and you're going, wait, what? Because
You ready for Tron to come back? Because things cost more than 1.
I mean, fuck Tron. Nobody likes it.
Yeah.
The problem with Tron is that there's a lot of feel bads with, I destroyed a land, or I stopped their exploration map from even going off with prismatic ending. Oh, and they still got Tron, turn 3, like every single time. And then they cast, Karn the Liberated. Neato. It's like...
Yeah.
How many guys do you have on board?
Oh,
Ugin?
Ugin? Oh, weird. Looks like you're dead because you decided to play. Have a great day. And Tron...
Another reason why Void Mirror's in the deck.
Tron is a deck that needs to have hate cards every year until people stop playing it. Anyway.
We've reached that point. A whopping 2 have topped in Modern Challenges in the last 30 days.
Thank God.
1 blue one and 1 green one.
And nobody is sad except for the Tron players. And if you're a Tron player,
sorry, Calv.
No mercy, no feel bad.
We made Calvin buy a new helmet.
The amount of times you got to go and get free wins on green Tron because you can consistently kill everything on their board is way too high. Have a great day.
Amen. 1 + 1 + 1 does not equal 7.
No.
1, 2, 7.
Weird.
That
There it is.
That makes sense.
Huh.
Yeah, you can just have that much mana. You can just have that much mana on turn 3. It seems good.
And don't you Mono Blue Tron players think that you're getting any sort of pass. You are also trash. But even worse so.
Dude, let's just play red green.
That used to be a
Tron.
thing. That used to be a thing. No
Think
thanks.
about it, dude.
Anyway, anything else?
Anything else? I think we pretty much covered everything and then some, my man.
Yeah.
Well, for Snapcasters Gaming, this is Shaggy Dan. We've got signing off with David Deers and MacGyver. And we'll see you next week. Have a great night.
Bye.